Hello students, in the last lecture, that means in the last video, we studied wedge formula, okay, and wedge formula is nothing but the three-dimensional presentation of organic molecule, for example here methane on the plane of paper. The bonds in the plane of paper like this, okay, these are the two bonds which we can show by a normal line. Then the dash line which goes behind the plane of the paper means below the paper, this below the paper, and the darker line, okay, that is nothing but the solid bond, that is the wedge bond projecting above the paper, wedge bond projecting above the paper. This is the thing over there above the paper, this is above the paper, okay. Now the next one is the Fisher projection formula. This is the Fisher projection formula or cross formula. We will see now the Fisher projection formula or cross formula. Fisher projection formula, which is also called cross formula, cross formula, okay. Now what is this? This is also one sort of representation. We are studying different types of representation of organic compound. This is sort of representation, okay. This is also three-dimensional molecule which is projected on a plane of paper. This is the plane of paper, okay. This can be drawn by visualizing the molecule with its main carbon chain vertical. So for example, suppose this is the chain CH3, CH2, CH3, okay. I wrote over here horizontally CH3, CH2, CH3, but in this Fisher projection formula it should be, this is the horizontal thing. Now here we have to mention vertically, okay, vertically like this CH3, CH2, CH3 vertically, okay. This is the vertical carbon chain, okay. One more important thing is that in this case each carbon, this carbon or this carbon on the vertical chain is represented by a cross. This is very interesting, just by a cross. See, now the three carbons are there, so I am drawing this line in this way. Now cross means what? See, this carbon is here, okay. So this is represented by just cross like this. Second carbon we have to represent by cross. This is the cross, then this is another cross, and for the third, this is third cross, okay. Now what is remaining? Remaining one is hydrogens. So we can show hydrogens like this. See, to this first carbon there are 3 hydrogens, 1, 2, 3. Carbon is not represented over here as a C, not as a C. This is just a crossing point. This is the crossing point which represented this carbon, We are not writing carbon, okay. We are not writing carbon, only point, crossing point over here. Then this is second carbon, again here it is just a cross, okay. At the center there is carbon, to this point there is carbon, but we are not supposed to write. And then the 2 hydrogens, one hydrogen here, another hydrogen here. Along with this carbon there are 3 hydrogens, so we are writing 3 hydrogens only. We are not going to write this carbon over here. So this is the way we can write Fisher projection formula, which is also known as cross formula, okay. So the convention is that horizontal lines, these horizontal lines, okay, of the cross represent bonds projecting up from the carbon, and these vertical lines, okay, these are projecting down of this plane of the paper. This cross and these vertical lines down of the plane of the paper. Means what? See now. For example, in the textbook given few examples like this. Suppose this is COOH. Here it is cross, means carbon is here, and then here it is the horizontal line. Carbons are in a vertical line. This is one carbon, this is second carbon, this is third carbon, and here it is H and OH. Okay, means this, whatever the vertical lines, they are above the plane. They are above the plane like this. They are above the plane. And just like Wedge formula, we have to show these vertical lines with dotted one or the dashed formula or the dash way. Okay. And then here we can write this C. Again this is the vertical line. So again it is shown by dash 1, and here it is CH3. Now here it is H and OH. They are above the plane, just like a just like a Wedge formula above the plane. So we can show these horizontal lines with a solid bonds like this, So the same way, just like a Wedge formula, when there is bond projecting above the paper, these are the bond projecting above the paper, then we have to show with solid wedge. While vertical line which are showing the bonds, it is in the form of dash wedges. This is in the form of dash wedges, means this is below the plane. Okay, means what we represented? What is the convention over here? The convention is that horizontal lines of the cross represent bonds projecting up from the carbon. This is our carbon. They are projecting up of the carbon, and the vertical lines, these vertical lines represent the bonds going below the carbon. In the last lecture I had shown you how this is above the plane and how it is below the plane. Okay. So this illustrates the conventions of Fisher projection formula. And generally this Fisher projection formula is more commonly used in carbohydrate chemistry. Which you are going to study in 12th standard. Carbohydrate chemistry means chemistry related to glucose, fructose, starch and everything. That is the carbohydrate chemistry. Okay, and that's why you have to know what is Fisher projection formula or what is cross formula, how we are going to represent the compounds. In carbohydrate chemistry, there are minimum 6 carbons and we have to represent these 6 carbons in this way, okay, in this formula, and that is the Fisher projection formula. Next one is Newman projection formula. Newman projection formula. Now what is this Newman projection formula? In this method, projection of a 3-dimensional molecule on the plane of paper is drawn by visualizing the molecule by looking through a CC single bond. In such case, the CC is not visible. This is very important. CC is not visible. So try to understand. Suppose, and this type of projection formula is not for the single carbon. This is not for CH4. Okay, we just can't write for only single carbon. This is not for this. Okay. In Newman position, at least we need 2 carbons. At least we need 2 carbons. Okay. So this is the carbon-carbon single bond. This is the carbon-carbon single bond. So for example, this is our ethane. This is our ethane. Okay. This is our ethane. CH3, CH3. This is our ethane. Okay. Now, what is the convention in this Newman projection formula? I will explain one by one. Now, what is that? This CC bond, this CC single bond is not visible. CC single bond is not visible, but we have to represent both the carbons. We have to represent all 6 hydrogens. Then how it is possible? And for that, a conventional method is the Newman projection formula. Okay, and that way, the way we are representing it is like this. Suppose this is first carbon, this carbon. Okay, this is first carbon. Okay, then we have to show it by just dot like this. To this carbon there are these 3 hydrogens are attached. So I am showing here 3 hydrogens attached. 3 hydrogens attached like this. Okay. Now what is remaining? Remaining one is the second carbon, CC single bond, and then these 3 hydrogens attached to the second carbon. But the main thing is that CC is not visible. Then how to show it? For that, to show this carbon, we use here a circle like this. A circle like this. Around this dot, circle like this. This is our second carbon. Now to this second carbon, here are 3 hydrogens, and we can show these 3 hydrogens like this. Okay, these 3 hydrogens like this. Are you getting my point? This is the Newman projection formula. You can show it. I want to show all the hydrogens separately and like this. So I keep some distance over there. I keep some distance in between there. Actually, if they are very close to each other like this, very close to each other like this, see, here it is the first carbon, here it is H, second H, third H, then this is our second carbon. I represented it by green circle, and they are very near to each other. Then they will look like this. Very near to each other, look like this. Okay, look like this. Are you getting this thing? And when they are very close to each other, then this is first structure, which is known as eclipsed. All these bonds are eclipsed to each other. Okay, these are eclipsed. So this structure is known as eclipse structure. And if I will show, like this, the another way, this is the first carbon, CC bond is not visible. Okay, these 3 hydrogens attached to this first carbon. Then this is our circular second carbon which we represent. And if it is in the staggered form, means these 2 which are eclipsed, they are separated, they are rotated. These are eclipsed, they are rotated like this, means they are going to separate from each other. Then we can show it in this way. They are away from each other. They are away from each other. And such type of structure is known as staggered Newman projection formula. Staggered Newman projection formula. Okay. This is eclipsed one, this is staggered one. Means what we did? A convention we followed to represent the front carbon by a point. By a point. This is just a point. Okay. And the rear carbon, this rear carbon which is behind this C, this is the rear carbon, by a circle around it. By a circle around it. By a circle around it. The remaining 3 bonds at each of these 2 carbons are drawn like a spokes. These are just like a spokes of a wheel. We know the spokes of our cycle. These are just spokes. Okay. Then Conventionally, these 3 bonds at the front carbon are shown to radiate from the center of the circle, which is the front carbon, and 3 bonds at the rear carbon are shown to radiate from the circumference of the circle. This is the, we had shown from the circumference of the circle. Are you getting this thing? Circumference of the circle. Okay. And this way we represent ethane molecule. We represent ethane molecule. One conceptual problem we may ask on this. Okay, you have to know exactly what we ask for. Okay, suppose now the compound is like this: CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Okay, and here we have to use to represent this butane by Newman projection formula. Then what we have to do? What we have to do? Very interesting thing. Just consider this bond. Just consider this bond which is intermediate to this CH3 and CH3, which is in between, which is equally distributed. Which is equally distributed. That's why I have taken this bond. I have taken this bond. Okay. And now we have to represent staggered formula or the eclipse formula for this. How we are going to represent? See here. This is our first carbon. This is our first carbon. Okay. Which one is that? Now the first carbon we have to consider this one. We have to consider this first carbon. To this first carbon there is 2 hydrogens. 2 hydrogens. Okay, and there is one CH3. So I am writing here CH3. I am writing here CH3. Are you getting this thing? I am writing here CH3, not H. I am writing here CH3. Now considering this CC single bond and this carbon is the rare carbon. This carbon is the rare carbon. This one is the rare carbon. So I am putting a circle for this rare carbon, and now how many hydrogens attached to this rare carbon? Again 2 hydrogens. So I am showing this with the 2 hydrogens like this. Okay, now what is remaining? Remaining one is again CH3. So I am showing here CH3. This is the eclipse formula of butane. Eclipse formula of butane. Getting this thing? I am showing this CH3 attached to this carbon and then this carbon. I consider this CC bond. I didn't consider this CC or this CC because in this structure we have to think equally distributed. To this CH2 CH3 is there, to this CH2 CH3 is there. Okay, but suppose the compound is like this: CH3, CH2, CH3. What is this? This is our propane. This is our propane. This is butane, while this is our propane. This is our propane. Then how to write this propane? Now you may ask, where is ma'am? There is equal distribution. There is no equal distribution here. And if you are going to think equal distribution, then this is only the carbon. There is no CC bond. So in this structure we have to consider either this bond or either this bond. You may think about this or you may think about this. So what it will be? See what it will be. Suppose this is carbon I am taking. This is the carbon I am taking over here. Okay. Or you take this one. So this is this carbon. Okay. To this carbon now there are 3 hydrogens like this. There are 3 hydrogens like this. And now I am considering this CC single bond. This CC single bond. What is here? To this carbon there are 2 hydrogens and 1 CH3. So I am showing it with this rare carbon with this circle, and on this carbon there are 2 hydrogens. So here are 2 hydrogens, and to this carbon there is 1 CH3. So I am drawing here 1 CH3. Getting this thing? This is attached to this circumference. These spokes are coming from this circumference of this second carbon, which we represented by circle, while these red lines join to this dot, which is our first carbon, and this is our rare carbon. This is front carbon, this is rear carbon. So if you want to show eclipse structure, which is the Newman projection formula's eclipse structure for butane, then you have to show 4 carbons in this way. This is first carbon, then to this circumference second carbon, then the dot is the third carbon, and this is the fourth carbon. While in case of propane, this is the first carbon, then this circumference is the second carbon, and this dot is the third carbon. So first, second and third. So please try to understand. This is not given in the textbook, but for your national level competitive exams, this is the conceptual question, and that's why you have to know how to write propane, butane along with ethane. Okay. Now next one is Sawhorse or Anderon or perspective formula. So more easily to remember Sawhorse, which is resembled to seesaw. Okay, our childhood playing seesaw, that is the seesaw. Okay, remember seesaw, so you can remember Sawhorse. The Sawhorse or Anderon or perspective formula, Sawhorse formula. Now what is this? In case of Newman projection formula, we cannot represent CC. We represent dot and we represent one more circle around that, which is for the rare carbon. But in case of Sawhorse formula, now we can show 2 carbons with their CC bond like this, and suppose this is CC bond, and here it is hydrogens of this carbon attached to, and these are the 3 hydrogens which are attached to this carbon. Okay, and now we can show very easily in case of Sawhorse. It is not difficult, it is very easy to show. So to this carbon, these are the 3 hydrogens, and to this carbon, these are the 3 hydrogens. See, and these just look like a seesaw. This is the head, these are the legs, this is the one balance point over there, balance line over there, and you can balance, you can go down, you can come up like that, or you may balance to each other. So this is Sawhorse formula. And if this is the situation, see, they are eclipsed to each other in this way. Or they are eclipsed to each other in this way. Or they are eclipsed to each other in this way. Then in Sawhorse formula, this is eclipse structure. Okay. And now if it is totally, we are going to rotate this CC bond. Then we will get staggered structure. How? See, look at here. This is our one carbon. Okay. And now I rotate this second carbon totally in 180 degree. Then I will get here this hydrogen here, then another hydrogen here, and one more hydrogen here, and this is known as staggered structure. This is staggered structure of Sawhorse formula. Okay, this is for ethane. if I want to show propane, what I will do? I will again show this CC single bond, okay, CC single bond, okay. Now just like a Newman projection formula, you can think about this CC bond or you can think about this CC bond, okay, either or. So I am taking this CC single bond, okay, to this first carbon, there are these three hydrogens, okay, and to this carbon now there are two hydrogens and one CH3. So here I am showing this CH3 and then this H and H. This is eclipse formula. By putting here CH3, you can show stagger formula also. Similarly, you can show the structure for butane. You can also show the structure for butane. So this is the prospective, a particular way of considering something, okay, and that's why this formula is known also perspective, or considering the way, particular way of considering something, okay. So just try to understand how we can represent different, with the different ways, organic compound. And the next topic will be our classification of organic compounds. What we had seen in this? In this representation, a CC single bond is represented by a long slanting line. This is a slanting line, okay. The lower end, this lower end of the line represents the front carbon. This is the front carbon. And the upper end is the rear carbon. You can easily understand with the three-dimensional structure. When we will meet in the classroom, I will show you the ball and stick model. So you can easily understand this thing. And the remaining three bonds at the two carbons are shown to radiate from the respective carbons. As the central CC bond is drawn rather elongated, the bonds radiating from the front and rear carbon do not intermingle each other. They do not intermingle each other. We can see it separately. We can see all three carbons of this carbon separately. We can see all these three carbons of this rear carbon separately. And these show the Sawhorse formula for ethane. Sawhorse formula for ethane. This is the Sawhorse formula for propane. This is for the day. We will see classification in the next video. Thank you.